Hey guys, Dan Nikas here. I just want to shoot you this quick video. We're about 2 weeks out from Black Friday, Cyber Monday promos that are just going to be hitting everyone. And it's like a really lucrative time of the year for all of us. So I just wanted to shoot a quick video just to show you some of the things that I think we should all be doing with our email marketing. And it's all quite often overlooked. So look, aside between now and the next 2 weeks, like we're really pushing hard to get more subscribers onto what we call our VIP early access list. And we do that through running competitions. And I'm not going to go through that right now. That's a whole strategy all on its own. But basically we should be focusing on getting more and more people onto our list at the moment as we can. Because, email medium is going to be a massive avenue of revenue for us because we own the data. We're not paying extra to push it out. We're not going to be competing with more high CPMs. I mean, we'll still be pushing out paid advertising, things along those lines. But, our email, we own that. We can decide what we send out when we send it out. We're not competing in auctions with other people with, paid ads. Don't have to have overinflated CPMs. We have big companies that are just dumping huge amounts of cash in against us. So we're always looking at building our list for times like this. Now, the first thing that I want to say is that frequency of the emails when we push these out during Black Friday, Cyber Monday, we're going to be pushing out. We run our campaign for Gearbunch for a week, and we're going to be pushing it out for AM and PM on every day of that. Now, I would never recommend doing that. It's only for this one moment in time, this 1 week of the year, where for 51 weeks of the year, I'm always trying to build the reputation of my sending domain, and always trying to be getting the right message to the right person at the right time, being really engaging, have high open rates, high click rates. But for this 1 week, we're going to be competing with a lot of people. So we want to make sure that, if we send something in the AM, there's going to be so many other companies that are going to be pushing out huge offers at this time. Some that are going to be just as attractive as ours, and they're going to be competitors. And if our subscriber doesn't open their inbox till they get home later that night, ours might be so far down their inbox list that they might get to a competitor's email before ours and buy from them, not even realize that we've got a similar offer or a better offer than them. So I want to go AM and PM. It's just for this moment in time, and it's just to make sure that we stay at the top of the inboxes during this entire week as best we can. I mean, we can't obviously predict how many people they're signed up to or how many businesses they're signed up to, but we're going to try and keep at the top of their inbox. A couple of things that a lot of businesses forget to do that you really can do now to prepare yourself. The first is, I don't know what email service provider you use, but we use Klaviyo. So I'm just going to show you in there. This is in the back end of Gearbunch. So we've got a new pop-up ready to go. There's no point in sending an email campaign out to a user and then, telling them, hey, we've got this great offer. And then, which for us is 40% off over orders over $100. And then they come to your website and you've forgotten to turn off your standard pop-up. And after a certain behavior by that user, it triggers the pop-up. And it might be something like 10% or free shipping. And it's a big disconnect. It causes friction. It confuses the user. You might as well have it there ready to go so that when you start your sale, you just flick it on. So disable the other ones that you've got, put this one to active. The other big thing that I recommend is that, and a lot of people don't do this as well, is that I'll just show you an example flow that we have, is you need to get your flows ready for Black Friday, Cyber Monday. So you don't want this disconnect. So let's just say, on your normal abandoned cart or added to cart sequence that you offer a discount to people of 10% or you offer them free shipping. You might have tiered discounts depending on how long they go through the flow. Well, that's not going to work at the moment because those discounts shouldn't be the same discounts that you're running for this 1 week a year when people are saving and they're waiting for. So you want to make sure that you have some variations ready to go. So in Klaviyo, really simple, you just click on your email, click on add a variation. So what you've done then is you've cloned that one. I would just edit that variation and just name it something different for now. I'll just save those changes. Obviously, you're going to have subject lines and preview text that are going to reflect the offer that you've got. But what you should be doing, I wouldn't, for your abandoned series flows where you're relying on dynamic images or buttons that get people back to their cart, things along those lines, I wouldn't be totally just wiping those out and bringing in a new campaign. What I'd be looking at doing is bringing in some saved elements. We've got one here, Black Friday, Cyber Monday promo block. And we'll put that in there so that when the user receives their added to cart flow email, abandoned cart flow email, they'll also see this discount, because this will then put on our cart page as well. We'll also have it on an announcement bar on the website, but it also still has the products. It gives them real good functionality to get back to the product that they had in their cart, or go directly back to their cart. So it's about having this consistent message throughout all of your campaigns, all of your flows, so that the flows reflect the campaigns. The easy way to do this is if you just go back to variations, you can go through and actually set all of these up. Just leave, if this is your standard one, you leave the weight of that at 100%. When it's time to launch your sale, just put 100% there on that one. The other one will switch to 0. And that is where, add the variation there as well as the UTMs. But what that means is that variation is going to get 100% of the weight. Then at the end of the sale, simply just 100% back to the other one, and it's back to normal. And you can leave that there. You know, your business should be long-term. It's going to be there for next time. It's a really good suggestion to do anytime you have a sale. It might not always be a huge Black Friday sale, but anytime you've got a sale that carries more weight than your normal abandoned series or win-backs or honeymoons or upsells, cross-sells, whatever flows you decide that you have to have for your business, make sure that you've got a variation sitting in there. On the live account for on the live flows for Gearbunch, I've got about 7 or 8 sitting there, and I can just rotate them at any time we're running an offer or there's a sale or an event coming up. Just make sure that, you know, you include in the header of your email something about the sale, that it's seasonal. I'll put some of this up in the text copy at the top. So yeah, we're swapping in that holiday sort of variation in there in all of those flows. You could also look at decreasing the time delays as well. Like if you normally say send an abandoned browse or abandonment flows 2 hours after they've abandoned, they've viewed a product and not purchased, or they've added to cart or abandoned their checkout, whatever they might do, you can look at bringing that back into under an hour, because we want to increase that urgency and just let them know, hey, this is here, this is what we're doing. Make sure that your subject lines and preview text still talk to the fact that they abandoned the cart, or they looked at a product, or they abandoned their checkout. Not using those words, they're very mechanical, they're very marketing based, but you want to talk to them about the stage of the buying process that they're at, and then also lead into the fact that there's a huge Black Friday, Cyber Monday offer, or whatever you're going to call it, that it's there as well. And the other thing is you can look at adding countdown timers. Now I'll just show you. I use one called Centric. Now this is free. You can just add in any email that you like. I'll just leave the times as that for now. I'm not going to go through, but you can choose your background color. You can choose your text color. I'll just quickly do this now just to give you a live example. Just say, I agree to the terms. I've never been spammed by them. Obviously, my email's being used for something. And it generates this HTML code for you. So you just copy that out. And if you come back across and you come in here and edit your variation, and go edit content, and I'll just bring a saved block in. Please ignore the styling. I'm just showing you this for the sake of getting the timer in there. Let me have a look where I've got the timer saved. So many save blocks in here. Where are we? Timer. Okay, so I've just got a pre-saved one in there. I'll go insert block. I've got sale ends in, and then all I do is come across, click on source, change the HTML code, and click save. It's dynamic. Every time that someone comes into the email, no matter what time zone they're in, what location they're in, this has a deadline on it. It's just going to keep going. Don't need to explain dynamic countdown timers, but you don't need to pay big money. You can just go to Centric.com. I'll put that in the post as well, and you can use that. Look, that's all I've got for you. Some really quick, rough and dirty tips. Bit of work involved, but you've still got 2 weeks to get it done. Just chip away at it. Keep those variations there. When the sale goes live, put the weights to 100% on them. That's all, guys. If you've got any questions, drop us a comment. Talk to you soon.